Let us bow down in devotion to the Pancha Parmeshti. Om Namo Arihantanam. Om Namo Siddhanam. Om Namo Aryanam. Om Namo Vajrayanam. Namo Loe Savasahunam. Eso Panch Namokaro. Eso Panch Namokaro. Sauva Pavapanasano. Mangalanancha Sauvesim Padamam Havai Mangalam. Mangalanancha Sauvesim Padamam Havai Mangalam. I bow down in devotion at the feet of Tirthankar Paramatma Prabhu Mahaveer. I bow down in devotion at the feet of most revered Pujya Gurudev Anand Rishiji Maharaj Sahib and of infinitely benevolent Upadhyay Bhagwan Pujya Praveen Rishiji Maharaj Sahib. Ichha karenam sandhisah bhagvam. Ichha karenam sandhisah bhagvam. My immense gratitude to the holy feet of Paramatma and Gurudev, Pujya Upadhyay Praveen Rishiji Maharaj Sahib, for showering his grace upon me to be an instrument in delivering the Uttaradhyayan Sutra in English. Aram afternoon everyone. I Sadhvi Arovi. Welcome the devotees gathered here to listen to the sacred techniques of the 24th Tirthankar Paramatma Bhagwan Mahaveer and to participate in worshipping the Srimad Uttaradhyayan Sutra. This sutra holds great significance as it contains the last words of Paramatma Mahaveer before his salvation. I would be presenting the English version of Gurudev Rishi Praveen's discourse on the Srimad Uttaradhyayan Sutra. Today is the 14th day of our humble effort. We will try to understand and absorb the secrets of chapters 24 and 25 as decoded by Gurudev Sriji. Let's get ready for Samosharan meditation. Sit straight. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Feel yourself. Feel your breath. Let us bow down at the feet of Tirthankar Paramatma Mahaveer in complete devotion. See the divine Samosharan in your soul. Seek permission from the revered Paramatma Mahaveer to worship him and listen to his auspicious words. Vardhamanam sharanam pavajami. Vardhamanam saranam pavajami. Vardhamanam saranam pavajami. The mantra to experience divinity is self-faith and self-devotion. Due to Prabhu Mahaveer's Tirthankar Nam Karma Punya, celestial being create the divine Samosharan. Let us craft the divine Samosharan in our consciousness, in the soul that is residing in this body, in the faith, in awareness and experience of this body. A divine enclosure of silver, all four direction gold archways, crystal steps, second enclosure of gold, all four directions gemstone archways, crystal steps with the golden hui made of gemstone, the third enclosure. Divine Vaidurya gemstones archways. In inner heart, on a gemstone studded crystal throne, is the great temple with Paramatma Mahaveer. All four directions Paramatma is seen. Chamrendra and Balendra are swaying the divine fans. The divine umbrella, the huge Ashoka tree, celestial musical notes, showering of divine flowers, universally beneficial Dharma Chakra. Touching the sky is the religious flag. Huge divine assembly of people. Indrabhuti Gautam, Sudharma Swami, Vaimanic deities, men, women, Vaimanic goddesses, Bhavanpati, Jyotishi god and goddesses. All are captivated in the heavenly atmosphere of the Samosharan and admiring Paramatma, immersed in devotion that makes one experience the true divine form. Paramatma is the devotional song of Sudharma Swami. Feel the presence of Paramatma. Feel your devotion and open your eyes. For the rendition of Veer Stuti, hymn in appreciation of Paramatma, and the Prakrit verses of Uttaradhyayan Sutra, follow the link in the description box. Namo Suyadevayaye, Namo Suyadevayaye, Namo Suyadevayaye. Those who are connected to faith and belief can be brought onto the path of faith and belief once all their curiosity, doubts and concerns are addressed and cleared. Those who do not have the seed of faith and belief within them can never accept the truth, irrespective of their queries being addressed or not. This is why Keshi Shraman, who had belief and devotion towards Tirthankar Parshvanath Paramatma, immediately surrenders and devotes himself to Indrabhuti Gautam once his concerns were addressed. Our capacity to devote ourselves is not judged by our knowledge, but by our heart's willfulness towards devotion. Goshalak too had immense knowledge, heavenly powers, and a huge following. but his willfulness was towards arrogance and not devotion. In Shravasti, the togetherness of fellowship of Keshishraman and Indrabhuti Gautam was a sight of delight for all the monks and people being seated there. Everyone praised and sang with joy in the name of Keshishraman and Indrabhuti Gautam. Gurudev says that those who bind people are always praised and respected, and those who create clashes is not liked by anyone. Let us become the one who unites. If we are incapable of uniting, at least let us not be the sinner who create clashes and conflicts, who today will be able to praise Putin or Hamas, neither their citizens nor any person. Let us all check if are we living like this. Chapter 24 title Pavayana Maya Pravachan Mata is about the life of a devoted person. How should his thoughts be? How should he walk? How should his speech be? How should he fulfill his needs? How should he explore? How should he pick and place the things back? How should he manage the waste? How should unleash the power of his thoughts, his speech and his actions? Paramatma says, there can be a person who can accomplish whatever he desires with the power of his thoughts. So is the power in speech, that the moment one speaks, those acts happen in no time. There can be a body such that he starts the work and completes it in no time. It is possible that one walks and they reach their destiny. One speaks and their words become a blessing to the listener. One eats and feels they have eaten prasad of God. It is possible that one takes and keeps things so carefully as if they are picking up flowers. One can convert the wastage in a way that no one else can even see the waste or feel disgusted. All these are possible. Such should be the lifestyle of a person. Such was the life of Keshishraman and Indrabhuti Gautam, that they stood to walk and reach their destination. They spoke such that their conversation gave solutions. They took or accepted in such a way that life became prosperous. And when they left, they detached such a way that they attained liberation. Prabhu says, if you want to make your life successful, only thinking good is not enough. To think good, one should first learn the art to walk well. We might do good, but to think good is a big challenge. It is easy to bow down to someone, but only if we bow down experiencing, realizing and accepting their pure consciousness. This bowing down can result in a transformation within us, or else not. Gurudev says there is a myth about Shasan Mata. No such concept is mentioned anywhere in the holy scriptures. Paramatma has given 8 Pravachan Mata, 8 principles that can make one's life great. A house auspicious, profession rich its peak, make an organization powerful. Wherever these 8 principles are followed, they will never fail. They will attain prosperity and success in everything they do. Gurudev then proceeds to explain these 8 principles. The 8 Pravachan Mata are categorized into 3 Gupti and 5 Samiti. Gupti. Gupti means safety or protection. It refers to guiding our mind, our speech and actions. When we create a boundary around these, we prevent negative energies and harmful vibrations from affecting us. For example, Sudarshan protected his mind, speech and actions from the dangerous killer Arjun Mali. As a result, Arjun Mali could not harm him. Gurudev explains that the 8 Pravachan Mata principles hold immense power, and anyone who masters them can attain liberation in as little as 6 months, like Arjun Mali, a serial killer with no knowledge of scriptures, learned only these 8 principles from Paramatma. Gurudev says that without these 8 principles, even someone with vast knowledge, Deshuna Das Purva Ka Gyan, risk going to adobes like hell. Yet those who live by these principles are certain to reach their ultimate goal. These 8 principles are rooted in deep science and logic, and they are simple to follow. Among the 5 samitis, first is how to walk. Paramatma says, never walk without support. This support does not mean a stick, a shoulder, or another person. It means the support of knowledge, faith, and action. Knowledge is understanding why you are going, the purpose or reason behind it. Never walk in ignorance. Know why you are on this path. With this knowledge, one must have faith. Faith that you will reach the destination you have set out for. Finally, you must put this knowledge and faith into action. Paramatma says, see, as you walk, focus on each step you take, observing how your legs move up and down. Don't think about what you will do once you arrive. Avoid talking, reading, and storytelling while you walk. Let each step be your sole focus. The second principle, how to speak. Paramatma teaches that for our words to become a blessing, we must free our speech from foul language, gossip, and meaningless talk. Avoid anything that brings in negativity, anger, ego, greed, or deceit. Disconnect from these feelings as they contaminate speech. Laughing at others, speaking unnecessarily, or feeling fear in conversation depletes the power of our words. When we speak, our cells and brain absorb and reflect that energy. So avoid programming your speech with anger, ego, deceit, or fear. When speech is free of this, it becomes a true blessing. The third principle, how to take. Without taking, we cannot survive and live in this world. Only in moksha there is no taking. Otherwise, until the soul is in this body, be it the body of Tirthankara or anyone, for that matter, one has to take. Be it in the form of breath, the atom to talk. Every aspect of life we take, but what we become, what we take. Paramatma gave three things to note while taking. He says, while taking, see the source of production of what you are taking. How was it produced? What was its process? And when they are giving to you, how are they giving? Don't go by outer looks and take things. See the manufacturing of it, the contents of it, the process of it. Paramatma says, while taking, don't insult. Don't take in anger. Don't like it either, as whatever you take is only to use. Don't take things with a relation. Don't attach or have any relationship with things. The fourth principle, how to keep. Paramatma says, to always see while keeping something. Gurudev gives an example. Often we put things away and later can't remember where, even when they are right in front of us. When we keep something without truly noticing, we are likely to forget. The practice is simple. See and take. See and keep. When taking or putting something back, don't allow negativity to arise within you. Gurudev adds another example. We often remove our shoes carelessly, though they protected us while walking. Throwing them aside with disrespect is a way of inviting negativity. The fifth principle, how to manage waste. Gurudev says, this is of utmost importance in today's world. Paramatma teaches a lifestyle where waste should ideally be zero. Often when something is produced, there is some waste. If we can't eliminate it completely, it should at least avoid increasing it. Manage waste carefully so that it doesn't spread or become a greater problem. For example, industrial waste flowing into rivers is a harmful way of spreading the waste. It increases the waste. Apart from this, Paramatma gave the three gupti protections for mind, speech and action. Paramatma explains that none of these can be achieved in a single step. They each have three stages: Sarambha, Samarambha and Arambha. I repeat, Sarambha, Samarambha and Arambha. First you set an intention, then you plan, and finally you act. This sequence applies to the mind, speech and action alike. For example, anger doesn't arise instantly. First we feel uneasiness, then prepare ourselves to get angry, and finally express anger. Paramatma advises not to allow negativity into these stages. Prevent negativity, sarambhan samarambha, from taking root. If negativity begins, stop it at the first or second stage. Don't let it progress. Those who can control it early will ultimately free themselves from the cycle of sansar, worldly existence. Gurudev expresses a wish that these 8 principles reach everyone. He believes that if today's generation, which often pursues other mindfulness programs, understood these principles, they would become admirers of Paramatma's techniques, while others talk only about mindfulness. But Paramatma emphasizes faithfulness and actionfulness. Gurudev wishes we could understand and live our religion in its truest sense. These 8 principles require training, not just lectures. We must practically learn how to walk, how to sit, hold our posture, and observe properly. They are given the title of mother, suggesting that, like a mother teaches her child to walk, talk, take, and let go, these principles are meant to be trained upon. Unfortunately, the irony is that while we have the principles, we focus more on lecturing about them rather than mastering their training. These 8 principles are an art powerful enough to cure many psychosomatic diseases. They are transformative tools that one must be trained in to experience their full potential. Now we will see chapter 25th. Namo Suyadevayaye. Namo Suyadevayaye. Namo Suyadevayaye. Chapter 25th, title Jannaijam, is on relationships of 2 brothers, Jai Ghosh and Vijay Ghosh. Jai Ghosh, a Brahman by birth, once went to Banaras to bath in the river. There he witnessed an astonished scene. A snake had caught a frog to eat. The frog had a mosquito in its mouth, and an angel swooped down to catch the snake. Even while trapped in their predators, each creator was still attempting to catch its prey. This sight brought the whole picture of life before Jai Ghosh. He saw the irony. Despite being in the jaw of death, beings continue to harm others. Observing this, he reflected on how every living being, even on the brink of death, clings to things they ultimately must leave behind. Absorbed in these thoughts, Jai Ghosh forgot to bath and felt compelled to find answers. He knew monks lived across the river, so he swam over to seek their guidance. When he questioned him, the monks explained that this behavior is rooted in countless past lives. They told him that anyone who wants to break free must walk a new path, one that abandons violence, deceit, and lies, and walk the path of non-violence, truth, and penance. He decided to renounce everything and became a monk of the Jain tradition. Through self-discipline, he realized this was the right way of life, a path that allows us to uplift ourselves and others. He felt a peace that he is experiencing as a monk. He had never experienced before, despite performing many yajnas and sacrificing animals. The inner prosperity and love he now felt were entirely new, and he wanted his brother to experience this peace as well. To direct his brother on the right path, Jai Ghosh went to seek food at his brother's house to break in 1 month fast. Gurudev explains that the two faiths are fundamentally different. One emphasizes self-effort, while the other focuses on worship. One seeks to reveal truth, while the other conceals it through rituals like yajnas and sacrifices. They don't believe in individual effort or karma, nor do they believe that people can overcome their karmas themselves. Gurudev gives a message that such people who rub their head at any place believe one cannot do anything. Instead, Shani or Mangal can end their problems. Portray that one is not capable of changing their fate. But Jain faith believes that one is capable of changing their fate with their own efforts. When Jai Ghosh stood at Vijay Ghosh's door, he saw a yajna being conducted. Vijay Ghosh, seeing him, said, "Why are you here? This yajna is for those who know the Ved, and the food is for those who can uplift themselves and others. It's not for you." Jai Ghosh, who had come not for food but to guide his brother onto this path, looked into his eyes and asked, "Do you truly know what the Veds are? What yajna is? What Jyotish is? You say the food here is for capable people. Do you believe these people are genuinely capable of uplifting themselves and others? Speak the truth." Vijay Ghosh responded, "I don't know. You tell me." Narrating this, Gurudev says that those who admit their ignorance open the doors to knowledge. Ego arises largely because people refuse to acknowledge their own ignorance. Jai Ghosh then explained what it means to be a true Brahman and what an authentic yajna is. He said, "True yajna doesn't require an external fire. Rather, it requires an inner fire of penance, where our actions, means karma, become the offering. To fuel this offering, one needs faith and self-discipline. A true Brahman is someone who doesn't cling to things. When they come, and doesn't grieve when they go. He neither holds on to happiness nor sad its departure, nor mourns its departure. A Brahman does not harm others. They does not lie, cheat. They practices celibacy and lives without accumulation. Simply chanting Omkar does not make one a Brahman, and merely residing in a forest does not make one a Rishi. He continued, one who lives in equanimity is a yogi. A Brahman has the strength of brahmacharya, celibacy. A Muni possesses true knowledge, and a tapasvi is one who fasts. One's caste, Brahman, Shudra, Kshatriya or Vaishya, is determined by their way of life, not by birth. One who understands this is truly wise, and a person endowed with virtues is the one capable of uplifting themselves and others. Only those who can swim can help others cross, while those who can't will drown and bring others down with them. As Vijay Ghosh listened to Jai Ghosh, he realized, I don't fit into any of these descriptions, nor do the people here. With this realization, all his doubts vanished, and as his doubts ended, faith was born within him. Gurudev says that whenever doubt disappears, faith emerges and true devotion begins. This same transformation happened with Vijay Ghosh. He began singing in devotion and said, you understand the yajna, you know the Ved, you have true knowledge and are capable of uplifting both yourself and others. Please accept our food and bless us. Jai Ghosh says, you must be thinking I came for food. I have nothing to do with your food. I want you to come out of this sansar, these worldly pleasures. When a wet ball of clay is thrown on the wall, it gets stuck on it. And a dry ball of a clay, when thrown on wall, shatters. So are bhogi and yogis like them. Bhogi clings on to desires and attaches himself, whereas yogi lets go. Hearing this, Vijay Ghosh decided to walk the path of self-discipline, and eventually both brothers attained salvation. Vardhamanam sharanam pavajami, Vardhamanam sharanam pavajami. Here we completed the chapter 24 and 25th, decoded by Gurudev. As Paramatma's Nirvan Kalyanak days are nearing, Gurudev urges each of us to celebrate our Paramatma's Nirvanak by observing a 3-day fast. Gurudev explains that in celebration of Paramatma's Nirvan Kalyanak Mahotsav, 18 kings from various kingdoms, along with their families, ministers and commanders, all undertook a 3-day fast The entire kingdom of Hastipal prepared for the grand Chaturmas and the peak of Paramatma's Nirvan Mahotsav. All knew that after Kartika Amosha, Paramatma would leave his physical form. King Punyapal approached Paramatma with a question. When you are no longer here, how will the world be? What will the future hold? Hearing Paramatma's response, both King Hastipal and King Punyapal renounced the world and began the path of self-discipline. Gurudev emphasizes the importance of having such a great soul in human form. The moment Paramatma attained Nirvan, a dormant virus named Kunthuva, which had remained inactive, began to reproduce rapidly, leading to the spread of disease. When many monks realized the profound impact of Paramatma's presence on the environment, they took oath of Sallekna Santhara. Gurudev explains that all the worship we are doing now is in anticipation of the peak of that Nirvan Mahotsav, which we will celebrate on November 2nd at 5:30 a.m. He urges everyone to let their homes become like King Hastipal's kingdom. Envision the divine Samosharan in their own homes and absorb Paramatma's Nirvan Kalyanak Anushtan. To prepare, he requests everyone to start a 3-day fast beginning on October 30. Gurudev's wish is that the devotion you hold for Paramatma may give you the strength to fast and join in this sacred Anushtan. So let us all spread the word, celebrate Paramatma's Nirvan in true sense, and aim to keep a 3-day fast. With this, I conclude my session today, expressing immense gratitude at the feet of Paramatma and Gurudev. And I thank all the listeners to patiently listen these sermons. If I have made any mistake, I ask for forgiveness. Have a Arham day. Thank you and Mangal Path.
Chattari Mangalam Arihanta Mangalam Siddha Mangalam Saho Mangalam Kevali Pannato Dhammo Mangalam Chattari Laguttamari Anta Laguttamang Siddha Laguttamang Saho Laguttamang Kevali Pannato Dhammo Laguttamam Chattari Saranam Bhavanjhami Arihante Saranam Bhavanjhami Siddhe Saranam Bhavanjhami Savo Saranam Bhavanjhami Kevali Pannatam Dhammam Saranam Bhavanjhami Arihanto ka Sharana Siddho ka Sharana Sadhu ka Sharana Dayan Dharma ka Sharana Char Mangal Charavuttam Chai Sharana Dukkha Harana Sukha Karana Arna शरणा कोई, जो भव प्राणी करे आराधन, अक्षय अमर पद होय। वर्धमानं शरणं